Let's introduce our guests on the program today. Joining us is Tavleen Singh, who has often said that she detests fanatics of any hue and any color. And there is so much to unpack here, given that, Tavleen, so great to see you. Also joining us is Rajendra Gautam himself. Rajendra ji was the Aam Aadmi Party minister who was present at that mass conversion to Buddhism. And Rajendra ji अपना इस्तीफा दे चुके हैं, उनसे जानेंगे क्यों. Also joining us is well-known historian Professor Irfan Habib. Good to see you, Professor. PKD Nambiar, commentator, columnist, is with us. And also joining us from Kerala today is Rahul Ishwar, who's an author and a commentator. Thank you, everybody, and great to see you all. I want to bring in Mr. Nambiar now, since you were wanting to come in. And I simply want to ask, one man has been attacked for being anti-Hindu. Another parliamentarian has openly attacked another community. He's been asked to do nothing as far as I can tell. Your thoughts, Mr. Nambiar?
Well, I am of the opinion that anybody whomsoever is doing a hate speech, well, I believe that that is not acceptable on a civil society of us in 2022, whether it is a BJP or a Aam Aadmi Party or Congress, irrespective of any political party or a religion. But then it is also important for us to know what is hate speech. Is this hate speech is being defined by the parliament or by the judiciary? Not yet. Maybe you can say some of them are inflammatory speech, or is that?
I mean, do you have any doubt that calling for the economic boycott of a religious group is not hate speech? Do you have any doubt?
Barka, I would like to complete my statement, then I would definitely wanted to take care of this thing, because I wanted to actually tell what I feel is, according to me, is right. Okay. So the idea is that if somebody is putting up a remarks against a particular community, it could be any community, it could be a social community, it could be a religious community, or anybody. If that is called as a hate speech, then we need to be very, very careful, Bharka, that there are so many religious texts in this country or in this globe, which clearly says, outlined every day 5 times or 6 times in a biggest way, saying that all those who do not believe in one God or in their God are supposed to be killed. In that case, the first hate speech needs to be banned and protested or eliminated from this globe and the universe of those holy texts, which is revered, used, and these texts and these informations, what we are talking about, is being created for several decades, several centuries, have been killed over this particular concept. Okay. For almost millions of people across the world. So
can I ask you something? What do you believe? Do you believe ki Rajendra ji, who's sitting here, do you believe he disrespected a faith, or do you believe Mr. Verma disrespected a faith?
I wanted to actually ask a question to Rajendra ji. That is the reason I actually wanted to ask him this question. Sir, are you a Buddhist or are you a Hindu now?
Let's unmute Mr. Rajendra ji. Okay, Rajendra ji, 1 second. हाँ जी, बोलिए.
Are you a Hindu? Are you a Buddhist?
Now I have become a Buddhist.
You have become a Buddhist. Do you think that saying, I don't know whether in what context, Ambedkar maybe in 1956 may have vowed a particular 22 vows. I'm sure that there must be a reason. The social condition of 1956 is not in 2022 when you did this 2-3 days back. I am not at all against a section of people wanted to convert themselves voluntarily to another religion, which actually Buddhist, I treat them as more of like a Hindus, and it's basically has been originated from Hinduism. My question is that what is the need for you to say? You say that Buddha and Buddha's preachings are the finest in the world, and I believe in it. But why do you want it to say Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara should not be people should not be taking their name? They should not be talking about it. Isn't it actually you are insulting a large amount of people?
Okay.
Like for an example, I believe in all these God and Goddess.
That's where I want to come in. These vows, as Rajendra Gautam pointed out, are actually enshrined officially. They're the vows that Mr. Ambedkar took himself, Baba Saheb took himself. Then you can't pay lip service to Ambedkar and then disavow this. Secondly, Rajendra Gautam talks about the continued atrocities against Dalits, which is what in many ways makes them seek another faith, another way of life. To not address caste discrimination, but to attack conversion. Aren't you missing something very important here, Mr. Nambiar?
Well, I am very clear in this entire thought process, and I have no doubt in my thought. I'm very clear with the thoughts. I'll tell you one by one. One is that I have no problem. Rahul Rishwar tomorrow decides to become a Muslim or a Christian on his own without taking any benefit from somebody, or somebody comes and force him to change because of something or the other, rather than luring it. I have no problem. He's an adult. He has got all the reasons to change. Tomorrow I can also do it. Someone else also can do it. There is no problem at all. I have a problem when the conversions in India, if you really look at the history, not from today, from the last 300 years, has either been done, or 500 years, either been done forcefully or by luring them while giving something or the other. It could be a commercial benefit, it could be a social benefit, it could be in the name of education, health, so on and so forth. It was never, it is, I'm not saying that it has never happened that on its own. It may be a 1% or a 2%, or to the benefit of not to have a debate, 5%. 95% of the conversion in this country has happened only either forceful or otherwise with a luring or giving. And Rahul Ishwar can give you a list of plethora of list of those examples in one by one. Second part is that I have full respect to the Aam Aadmi Party leader Gautamji, and he has resigned, and whatever it could be as an individual, as a minister. When in fact, Bharka, I wanted to actually start with this to you. We had a discussion about a year ago on some kind of a hate speech in Haridwar and Delhi, wherein there was a war which took place that was basically Shivaji Maharaj took a vow which he has done 3 times. That is in some 1500 something like that. I don't remember that expert. On that, Suresh Chavanke and some of the people, he was given. So many FIRs were registered because he narrated that again and again in multiple places. And his argument was that it was Shivaji Maharaj or Raj, whatever he said, I have repeated it. Delhi police given them a clearance, but many programs were across all the television platforms talking about.
Haridwar hate speech was Yati Narasimhan calling for the genocide of Muslims.
I am talking about the other one. I am talking about the Suresh Chavanke incident. Now, what I am saying is in 1956, with the social circumstances of that particular day or time, if Baba Saheb Ambedkar has done something, 5 years Rajendra Gautamji was a minister. If he as a political leader could not raise his community up, if he as a political party or his system could not even differentiate the differences within the community, I would say his party and he as a leader as a failure. If a leader could not even raise the people,
I would actually say he can speak for himself and his party. I would actually say when it comes to the place of Dalits in this country, there has been a collective failure of parties, of governance, of system, of society. We continue to have the worst kind of atrocities, whether it is sexual violence, whether it is throwing stones at a Dalit bridegroom as his horse rides through a village. So let's, we just saw what happened in Lakhimpur. In Lakhimpur, 1 minute. You've raised a lot of points. Let me bring in Rajendra ji. Rajendra ji, aapke liye
I just wanted one more comment. That's one comment. That's all.
Okay, all right.
So I am saying that the hate speech, even Parvesh Singh or some of the BJP MLAs and whomsoever has done it, these isolated incidents are absolutely hate mongers. They need to be
But it's not isolated anymore. It is not isolated anymore. That's the point, right? It is not isolated.
My dear friend, today we are in 2022. We are in a live. Everything is happening live. So you and me getting to know, it has been happening ever since the world is there.
Okay,
that is the reason today. That is the reason even today the OBCs and the people from the weaker section is still not been able to come up. So it is already been there. There are realities.
Can I now come in? Tableen briefly, then the mass conversion rally. Rahul Ishwar, PKD Nambiar, Irfan Habib, Tableen Singh. Thank you to our audience. See you tomorrow.